So before we take a look at some fish, I'll just take you back last month to when we did a bit of painting outside. So today's job is painting the pond walls black. Fancied a change, and I'll be honest with you, I've been watching that James the Koi Whisperer and everything's black, fence black, pond black, and thought, you know what, quite fancy painting the front of my wall black. This is obviously the pond with the carp in. They're all looking nice. I've only got an hour, so I'm only going to do a bit of it at a time. We're going to start with that section there. Yeah, I'll snap back to you and show you the finish. Well, it won't be today, but probably next week or next month now, me. But I'm definitely got to paint the sides, paint the front, and yeah, get it black. So let's have a look. Well, not a bad afternoon's work that. We'll have another go tomorrow. Get the ends done, the last front bit. Whether it needs 2 coats or not, we'll see. Yeah, looking good. So, there you go, smashed it. So, do we reckon black or white?
Chagy Man Part 6.
A different Part 6. It's a koi tickling my feet. That was me sat in the pond, cooling off and enjoying swimming around with the koi with me lad for a bit. And I must admit, it's great fun. And the fish really don't seem to mind, to be honest. I think it's so warm, they just want to eat. It's all they're bothered about. But yeah, it's been a really warm summer over here so far in France. The same as what it has been like in the UK. Every day it's just roasting. There's no green grass everywhere. It's all dead. But touch wood, the pond is still pretty good. Water's warm. Well, I'm going to have a little update today. There's Jazz having a drink. No doubt she'll be in there having a swim around. She quite likes a little dip during the summer. So yeah, I thought, yeah, let's do a little film, little summer update. I'm going to have a look at 1 or 2 of the little chags. We'll bowl a few up just to check on their size and see how they're getting on. We'll give you a few updates, and then we're going to have a look at the carp in the pond. Maybe try and get 1 or 2 of those out, have a little look at them, see how they're getting on, give you 1 or 2 reports and etc, and see what's been generally going on. So yeah, let's go and have a little look inside. It's a bit warm, my old girl, isn't it? You going for a swim? Let's go and have a look inside. So yeah, water's about 29 degrees. Obviously a lot warmer inside the tunnel. I have been opening the back doors of the pond, let a bit of air through, but just today I'll keep them closed, just try and keep the wind off the camera while we're doing a bit of a video. The fish are going mental for food. I'll show you that once we've bowled a few up. We'll chuck some food in. I've only got 1 bag of the aloe aqua left. That'll be me 10 sacks done, and currently got some more on order. Yeah, the water's good considering how many fish is in the pond. Yeah, it's all pretty good. I can't grumble at all. The fish look great, even though the water's really warm. They're flying. No issues really. Yeah, happy days. So I think first off I'm going to try and get a couple of the chagoi out, some of the little ones. As you'll see in my first video I did on the Chagman series, these were last year's little babies at sort of 14 to 16 cm. I think the biggest ones was 44 cm, end of the summer. They've had a full winter, water temperature down to 4 degrees in here, so they haven't grown during the winter obviously, and they're growing now. And yeah, looking pretty good. So I'm going to get a couple of those out. I'm going to try and catch them. I'm just going to turn 1 of the air pumps off so we can see in the pond. We'll get the net and bowl out, and we'll try and have a little measure up and see how big. See if they're 50, 55, I guess maybe 1 or 2 of them. But yeah, they're looking pretty good, I must admit. Right, that's 1 of the bottom head. Jazz. Go on, in you get, Gil. Go and have a swim. So yeah, turn one of the air stones off, one of the bottom drains off. That's going to make netting certainly a little bit easier. Might be able to catch one or two of the little fellas that have been growing on. One of the two, some of the benigoi, the little yellow monkeys, and my little Deutsch. A chiba is looking wicked. If I can catch them, I doubt it because they might be a little bit fast at the moment in here. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Right, let's get the net and let's see if we can catch one or two of the baby chagoi. Right, that was not easy, but we got 3 in the end. 55, 53 and 49. So yeah, I must admit, yeah, they're looking all right. I think if you was going to a shop and buying potential good growers, you know, but all 3 of these would be half decent. Certainly these 2. This one's got really nice fucrin. I don't know how that comes up on the camera. So yeah, there's about 20 of these. Some of the smaller ones I did put back in that I didn't get rid of. So there is a few slightly smaller ones, but I'd say the majority around this sort of size, 50, 55 cm. I think there might be one a little bit bigger. But yeah, as a quick checkup, I don't think they're too bad at all. See what they're like at the end of the summer. What's very noticeable on these chags is that the bodies have dropped off a little bit. I think that's mainly because I gave them a full winter in here, and the water drops down to sort of 4 or 5 degrees for a good month or so, and then obviously slowly picks up to what it is today. But interestingly, a French friend of mine took the small chags out of the pond last year, that sort of the reject ones, only on size. They were still good quality, and he kept them at 24 degrees all winter in a small indoor pond, and he's grown his biggest one, I believe, to 65 cm, and it's, well, I'll stick a picture on here. It looks incredible. So his small ones that he took last year are now bigger than the ones I've got. Whether that's better in the long run, I don't know, but yeah, Ben, if you're watching this, yeah, well done on that, because yeah, you beat me, that's for sure. But I'll catch you up maybe. We'll give it a go. Will he beat me to a metre? Time will tell. And I think what doesn't help me currently is the fact that I've got too many fish in the pond. I think I'm going to address this issue at the end of this summer, and definitely thin the numbers down for next year, where I've definitely got less fish in the pond, and really try and push them on then to bulk them up. Less fish, maybe higher quality next year, we'll see. Apart from the heat, one problem I have got, my phone keeps turning itself off. It's so hot in here. My phone goes off, I have to keep running and put it in the fridge. Let's get my glasses back on. This is hot. In fact, I'll tell you how hot it is in here at the moment. It's certainly been warmer, about 45 degrees today. We'll get these back in the pond and see if I can net one or two of the little fellas. See if I can get that little Deutsche Chiba, which is looking cool. We'll get these back in and then we'll see what we can catch. They're a bit lively. They're a bit lively. They're a bit lively. Right, somehow I've managed to catch two of the little ones. They are fast, seriously fast. And just to prove that I'm not biggest or fattest, I do have some little fellas, and they are cool. Look at the little scales on him, he's a beauty. This one's now 25, And he did have some brown on him, but maybe with the heat it's gone. But and I'm not sure how big this one was when I got it, but look at that. Unique, I'd say. Both these are from auctions from the guys at Exclusive Koi. This one's now 35, starting to grow a little bit. Probably be both male, I think. But stunning little things, really. Something a bit different, and we like different in this pond. Hopefully you can see that they don't look too dark in the tank in here. This one's seriously bright. Bit of the old Marmite koi, I suppose. A lot of you have been asking me again about the new Aloe Aqua pellet that's coming out. It's definitely slightly delayed, I'm being told, due to packaging reasons. It's not quite right. They've got to sort all the barcodes out on the bags and the bag design still. At the moment, I'm lucky being out here with my pellets that I'm ordering for my carp in the fishing lake, because we have a few ton of those a year. I can get this new pellet out here in Europe at the moment. Hopefully I've got a ton actually coming in the next few weeks, which will stock me up till the end of the season and maybe a little bit going into the spring. But so far I'm really impressed with it. The fish go mental for it, and I've got no staining on my water, which is nice. I'm feeding, obviously getting through quite a lot of it when the fish feeder doesn't pack up, but that's another story. But yeah, I'll show you my my JBL fish feeder. Doesn't seem to want to charge properly. It works on the solar power, but it's just whether the battery hasn't got enough power. It sort of starts, it spins, and then nothing comes out. So that's going to go back under warranty. I am going to buy an extra one. Hopefully they'll replace that one. I really do like the feeder. It's really simple to set the timer, and it works really well for me when it works, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to order another one. So I've got one for here and one for the pond outside with the carp in. And then we can continue to get them feeding, because I think the feeders are a must really, especially for me, because even though I'm out here a lot, I don't feed them as much as what I probably should if that's not working. But yeah, apart from that, I think the pond's all been running well. Had a slight issue with the drums, emptying the pond down about 6 inches one day. Here's my trickle in. This was, I turned it down a little bit just to not put so much fresh water in, and that lowered the pond a bit with the drums cleaning, and then the drums just went into max hypo cleaning mode, and unfortunately I came in and lost about 6 inch out the bottom of the pond. So we've sorted that. I'm still trying to get rid of spiders. I've got a new extension pipe on my hoover, so I can stand here and suck them all off the polytunnel, because I don't do spiders. I must have said that 1,000 times, but they're spooking me out. Apart from that, we're all good really. So I'm going to go outside now and try, God knows what's going to happen, but I'm going to try and net some of the carp in the pond and show you those, just so you've got, you know, a bit more on this video to look at, because I do like videos with fishing. Obviously everyone's trying to grow fish this time of year, so it's not ideal bowling fish. So I'm going to try not to bowl mine as much this summer and just leave them alone. That's the first time the net's been in my pond since my last video, 3 or 4 months ago now. So we're going to give that a go and see what happens, and see if we can catch one or two. They'll probably end up on the patio. They're pretty tough, the old carp, so let's go and try. So before we take a look at the carp, I'm going to have a quick look at one of my makeover from last year. I've not had it in a bowl for a while. I've had this a year and a half. I think it was sort of, well, I bought five little fellas, about 35 cm. I think one died, got stuck in the drum, went down the bottom drain unfortunately, and the other 4 left in here yeah, pretty good. 2 of them are decent, 2 of them are okay. But yeah, let's have a look at this one. Very nice, this one. Then growing well, body's nice, skin's nice, colour's nice. And considering how small she was a year and a half ago, I'll add the little video of when I bought her, and I think there was 4 or 5 in total. Little toe sight. This one's the best one. We'll give her a quick measure. She's about 65. And look at that, absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Nice big wide head, pretty clean head. Beautiful fucrin. Yeah, I think she's going to be a pretty imposing koi in a few years' time. As long as she can hold that body, don't get too fat. Keep stretching out. Get it to 70 plus this year. Happy days. Yeah, I really like that. Really nice. Here we go. Carp pond. These things are flying and going crazy. As you can see, it's roasting. It's a bit of wind today, so we're going to try and stick a couple in the bowl just round there. I'm just going to check the weight of a couple. And yeah, you see, it's a beautiful day. The lake looks absolutely the nuts. Let's show you that. It's fishing okay. There's a few fish coming out even in this crazy hot weather. Yeah, looking good. Kids a new swimming pool. First thing I said, tell you what, these would make good ponds, these would. 3,500 gallons in here. I can see why people put fish in them. They'd be mega. Just need a decent filter on it, and no chlorine tablets added, I suppose. And yeah, I think they'd be cool for a little stock pond in the winter in the barn. Might leave it set up if I can get away with it. So yeah, let's try and get some of these out. I know it's rubbish to see them when they're in the pond because you can't really see them. They're getting mega amounts of food. Yeah, let's get 1 or 2 out and we'll have a look. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. They are fast. But we've got some in the bowl. Not the ones I wanted, but we've caught some of them somehow. I don't know how, but we caught some of them. Let's have a look. Beautiful linear, that one. Look at that. This one's my big leather, just about a leather. He's got a few scales on him, I suppose. And a few little scales there. Another linear. Look at those. And then my favourite one, I've had this one from an egg, is this little fella. Not even a year old yet, this one. Look at that, he's a beauty. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Upper doubles, I'd say. See if I can catch this one really well. There's loads of scaly ones, but there's one real special one I want to try and catch, but I'm just not sure I can. As all you fishermen do. That's £40 all day long, or 4. They're about 8-9 pound, I think, these. Off you go. I think they're behaving quite well actually now. Look at that. A cracker. And then my little favourite one, I'm going to have to give this one real big arms. Look at that. Now you'll remember this, because in a few years' time this thing will be monstrous. Trust me. I don't know what the idea with the carp in here will be, whether they'll end up going in the lake in a couple of years' time. I'm tempted to put one of them in the koi pond. I'm umming and ahhing, but there's one real special one in there. I can't catch it today. Beautiful big scaly it is, and there's quite a lot of fully scales in there and all sorts. Some of you won't understand what they are that just keep carp, but they're basically really scaly, nice, pretty fish. And one of them is certainly a standout and would look great in the koi pond, but it might go in the big stock pond here and have 45 acres to swim round in and grow into a true monster. Or it stays in the fish pond, or I keep them in here. I might thin them out a bit. There's about 50 of them in here, I think. Probably a few too many now. They're growing pretty quickly. There was only a couple of pound in November. The biggest ones were probably for £4 or £5, and they're probably doubles now. The biggest two are probably £10-12. So we're going to play that by ear as the summer goes on and into winter time. Maybe I need to buy a little net to net this pond, I think, because chasing these carp around with a koi net, it ain't much fun, I can tell you, especially during the summer. One of those a little seine net might be the way forward to catch all these in one go. And I suppose it could be used in my koi pond, I suppose. Drag the fish to one end and net them easy. I'm planning on having a full harvest at the end of the year. Catch all the chagoi, give them a measure, every single chag in a vat at once. I'm going to buy a slightly bigger, a proper vat maybe, or bigger kids paddling pool, and get every single chagoi I've got, starting with all them babies I bought. Good fun. It's nice to have a little checkup and a little closer look at these. I must admit, these have been getting. This pellet is the Aloe Aqua Vitamax, and it is really to go in lakes. So it does mess me water up and does makes it a little bit harder catching them in here, I must admit. And I've got a new product, an idea that I'm going to try in my pond. When I put some blanket weed treatment in, it made obviously my water go all milky. This is for those that keep carp in the pond. And I thought the fish looked wicked when the water was white-ish. So I've managed to get some white dye. I'm going to try and put some white dye in the pond just to see if it takes away the dark background out the water, so the black carp stand out a bit better, if that sort of makes sense, because I've got a black pond, black fish, feeding quite a lot, and sometimes it's hard to see anything in the pond, especially when you're feeding heavy. You back off a bit, it's not too bad. But sometimes I just end up leaving these alone and just chucking loads of food in without doing loads of maintenance. Plus, my window gets filthy ever so fast out here in the sunlight, so I'm forever cleaning my window. So I'm thinking a little bit of a white tinge in the water might make me fish stand out a bit more. So we're going to have a trial of that and see what that looks like. I'll maybe give you an update on that on the next video. Which will be in a couple of months' time, I think now, because there's not much happening this time of year. It's all about growing fish, feeding them. I was just spurred on by all the videos of the National Koi Show back at home, seeing all those wonderful fish in the vats. I thought, yeah, let's have a little look at one or two and a little update. I wasn't going to net any of my koi through this summer, but hey ho, too late now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the little update. And certainly I hope everyone's enjoying the weather. It's crazily warm out here, as you can see. It's made my hair drop out. Keep sweating loads. But that's summer for you, I suppose. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe. Obviously it helps to grow the channel, and more people that subscribe and I know want to follow an update of my koi and my carp pond. It's gonna now, I'm gonna have to change the name on. I'm gonna have to call it Tom's Koi and Carp videos, rather than just Tom's Koi's videos. But yeah, that's it. Update over. Hope everyone's good, and we'll catch you on the next one. Chagman out. Before we finish the video off, let's have one last look at the old koi. I'll show you how I'm feeding them with a broken feeder. Take a scoop of food, and in they go. A sea of colour. What are you doing in the pond eating the alawakwa food? Huh? Not for dogs. And your body shape's definitely no good if you was a koi, because you're too fat.